Hello everybody, this is Dago State, a pretty snazzy walkthrough. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, part 11 to 15, and we're going to the park area. This is part 1 of 2, because the park area is a little bit longer. Not nearly as much crap to deal with as we had in downtown area, and we still have Dark Jag Reza here beside
Reza,
me.
not Reza.
Reza, whatever.
There's an explanation to my name. It's a combination of 2 unsuccessful YouTube accounts and a name that I like. That's it. That's why it's Reza.
Dark from Darkness Overload, right?
Yeah. Joggle from Joggle6658. That's my YouTube. That's also my Xbox.
Oh, okay. Then why'd you call it an unsuccessful YouTube account? All right. Well,
because it was also my YouTube, another YouTube.
Okay, whatever.
It.
Well, that's pretty clever, I guess. And it actually.
And then Reza is a name of a guy that's going to be in my series, who's going to be the main villain in my new series. Reza.
Okay, well, if you notice, Nemesis was conveniently there waiting for you and broke the door down and made an easier escape for you, I guess. Or maybe it could be more difficult, depending on how you look at it. But he's just going to be kind of chasing your butt through these hallways here. And he does not give up until, like, right after this room, he's like, okay, whatever, I'm not going to catch her. And I'll just wait until we get to the Dead Factory to go try to kill her. Yes, because the Dead Factory is the area after the park. And that's where you're going to see him again. I'm not spoiling anything, I'm just telling you how it is. Alright, so here you notice we have the lockpick. This is going to be the last time we use it. But since Resident Evil kind of hates you, what they do here is they don't tell you that you don't need this item anymore. They just, like, say, oh, haha, keep your lockpick. You might need it later, but you really don't. Because Resident Evil is a jerk. Resident Evil hates your family, and Resident Evil is also mean. But more importantly, they're a jerk who hates your family. Alright, so I still haven't decided yet on what my walkthrough after this game is going to be. Though, I think it might actually be Resident Evil 0. Because if you remember a couple videos ago, I think it was 2 videos ago.
Do a Nuzlocke challenge.
No. I said that I recently got Resident Evil Deadly Silence, the DS one. And that was pretty... I said it was good. And I also got Resident Evil 0 at the same time. I was hoping that they'd have Resident Evil 2 there. But, yeah, I figured just let them grab me, whatever. I figured I'd also be able to get Resident Evil 2, but no, they didn't have that. So I got Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil Deadly Silence, all for a convenient price of under $30 for the both of them together.
Nice.
And Resident Evil 0, I played through it for a little bit. I only played for about maybe like half an hour today, and I've been pretty bad. I've already used up like all of this, That's
an interesting name for an item.
Yeah, I know. No, I've used up almost all the healing items in the first area, and before I even really accomplished anything. So I'm like, oh yeah, run past the enemies, because in playing Deadly Silence, there's a lot of situations where the enemies are really stupid, and they're like, oh, she's right next to me, let's try to vomit on her instead of grabbing her. Actually, no, him, because I'm playing as Chris that run. But, whatever. Alright, so you have to run all the way over here, grab a key, only because you're going to have to run back to this area later. And when I come back to this area, I do something really stupid. I won't even bother talking about it now. Right now, what I should have done there, which I'm kind of regretting, I should have tried to blow up those two, tried to blow up those 2 dogs with the, what's it called?
Bomb?
Yeah. No, not the bomb. Yeah, I can say bomb. Exploding barrel. You know.
Bomb.
Yeah, I think it's different than a bomb, though. A bomb is like something with the intention of blowing up. Exploding barrels, they're just kind of oil barrels. And actually, they proved it on Mythbusters that shooting a barrel of oil will not blow it up. But whatever. Okay, and here we're about to face one of the... probably the closest thing to an illogical puzzle in the game, maybe.
Illogical puzzle?
Yeah, illogical, as in there's no point of it being there. Yeah, I figured here is a perfect time to grab some healing items, because one, we can combine our green herb with that red herb I carried with me, and at the same time we can also combine the other 2 green herbs with the other 2 red herbs that we're going to see shortly. And here, if you lower the water, you actually don't even have to lower the water level, but if you walk down through this fountain area, because you can walk in water, you'll see the solution to it right there. See it on the wall there? Yeah. So I already knew the solution to this one, so I just kind of did it. This one, I don't think I even had to look it up, because usually what I was doing is I have the solution right next to me, like on my iPod or something, so just having a convenient quick look at it and just find the answers to it, which is what you might actually, you're going to probably need to do that a couple of times if you're trying to do a faster run. Or you can be like Narble007 and get stuck on a puzzle, waste half an hour solving it before either asking me for the solution or looking it up, and still barely doing it. Oh, I love making fun of Narble007's skills at playing this game. Alright, now first thing you might notice in walking through the graveyard here is that there's ninja zombies.
Ninja zombies?
Yeah, look, they're like hiding in invisible ground. They're nice. They're invisibly hiding in the ground. Hold on, I don't know if you see them. See? There's like kind of materializing, and if you notice, that decapitated him. And at that time, I just kind of kept firing. I'm like, yes.
Lucky.
And okay, now also, I was talking about Resident Evil Deadly Silence. I figure I can talk about it again now because there's not really much else going on in this video. There's like two big problems I have with it. One, I think the game is just a really good remake. They fit everything into the classic mode. There's also Rebirth mode where they add some like first-person knife fight crap into it and different puzzles that require you to use the touchscreen, which I'm for that. I think that's a good idea. When making a remake of a game, you should at least try to cram some new stuff into it. Like I heard all they did with Ocarina of Time 3D was like revamp the graphics, make them shiner. Yeah, they did.
I'm playing it right now.
Yeah, Dark Jag's playing that right now.
Just call me Dark.
Dark Jag sounds more natural.
Dark Jag.
First of all, more freeze rounds. And like what they did, they had the Rebirth mode. I have not played the Rebirth mode yet. I am probably going to play that after I finish playing through Classic mode, because I really wanted to play through Classic mode. Well, I'm going to play through it twice. Once is Chris, once is Jill, because you can hear the Jill sandwich line, which is probably the greatest line in video gaming history. Just saying.
Yeah, I love that one.
Have you even seen the original scene of the Jill sandwich?
Yeah, you showed me it.
Okay, yeah, but the two things they did that sort of ticked me off. One was they made it easier for you. Normally I like when they make games easier, but not when they're trying to have a complete remake of something and they change things to make it easier, which kind of annoyed me. And see there, after if you keep making a type of ammo, then eventually you'll start making a little bit more of it. So I see I made 11 there instead of 10. So what they did, the original Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2, they did not have the quick turn thing in. They just introduced that in Resident Evil 3. And I was thinking, oh yeah, maybe a new challenge, you'll get rid of that quick turn thing that, while it is practical, I've grown accustomed to it. I figured, oh, maybe the game will make it harder on me or something. No, they added quick turn into that game, which I guess some people must be really happy about that. I wasn't. So like, oh man, I hate it when they make things easier for me. And the other thing that ticked me off, wow, I can't even remember what the other thing was. It was, oh yeah, they also, which is a really stupid way to make it easier, was they added your knife as a permanent item, where they changed it to sort of like the new control scheme for Resident Evil, where you hold L and it pulls out your knife, which in the old games where you had to bring your knife with you and wasted ammo space or a spot in your inventory. But this version of it, I don't know. I hate it. I mean, if they added that in the Rebirth mode, I guess that would make sense.
I played one on the phone, and they did that with the knife. They made it so it's a permanent weapon. It didn't take up any space at all.
Was it like Resident Evil 4 on the phone or something like that?
Yeah, sort of.
No, I understand the way they did that in the new games, but I'm saying what they did is they try to do a complete remake of something, but then they changed a couple things like to make it easier. But I really thought like the hardness of the game was what makes old games fun, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's trying to appeal to a new audience of gamers who like being pampered and stuff. Resident Evil 5. Oh, yeah, you can just replay any level whenever time you want while you're still playing through the story and go back and get some extra ammo if you're running out. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's stupid. It's garbage. Alright, so yes, we're about to fight a boss, so I'm going to do a little bit of preparation here. I figured I'll just kind of bring everything because really I just kind of spam him. And I am really bad at fighting this boss, actually. I am quite surprised I did so poorly on it. I usually do much better fighting it, but no. Whatever. So, next video, we're going to be fighting the boss. Okay, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Again.